tuned in. Frankyrose's Crime Updates. Crime Updates. You are now tuned in. Frankyrose's Crime Updates. Crime Updates.
Let's switch to suspense. Let's switch to suspense.
You are now tuned in. Frankyrose's Crime Updates. Crime Updates. Crime Updates. You are now tuned in. Frankyrose's Crime Updates. Crime Updates.
Well, good day, friends. Oh, I hope you're doing well. I'm Frankyrose. Welcome to my channel. Hey, good morning, Mallory. I am going to do another update on Kylie Rodni. I came across another update that was given by Elsa, and it does go a little bit more in depth as to what Kylie's actions were that night. But I thought for now, before we do that, we'll look at a couple of things, and we'll go from there. There we go. So I just wanted to go through, like I said, a little bit of what's happened up until now. And then I'll go through that new timeline and see what you think about that. So, of course, we know this is Kylie Mae Rodni. May she rest in peace. Valentine Kylie Mae Rodni, 16 years old, in the back of her own utility sport vehicle under 14 feet of water in a reservoir. Search and rescue effort, which is Adventures with Purpose, said the front passenger side window of the vehicle was either down or broken out, and the rear driver's side window was about halfway open. The record suggested that Kylie's body was mostly positioned towards the rear passenger side vehicle. Those elements and I'm looking at a few different things. Those elements of the case, the open windows, the location of the body in the rear of the vehicle, suggested to Adventures with Purpose that possibly something suspicious had happened. This is a picture of it upside down. And you can see right through here where it could be broken. A screen grab from Adventures with Purpose recording shows the front passenger door window. It was found underwater, as we know, upside down. Significant portions of the more than 47-minute video were filmed as the vehicle was being found and looked over by members of Adventures with Purpose, which was Nick. And that, he broke my heart. In the recording, Doug Bishop, a member of the team, showed and described the underwater scanning technology that helped them locate what at first he suspected was either a vehicle or a boat. He then dropped a probe into the water to gauge the size of the object. A diver, who was Nick, suited up and descended to the vehicle. Quickly, he confirmed it was Kylie's SUV based on the clearly visible license plate. So that is very clear. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but in some of the footage from the drones, you could see that car. So I'm not quite sure what happened. I live in the Rocky Mountains, so I'm pretty familiar with how lakes, rivers. I'm pretty familiar with how they work. And you can see a long ways down. It's just a fact. It's too cold for a lot of things to grow in there. So we end up with pretty clean water. So I don't know. Divers were out there. I mean, they were all over that, they said. And from my understanding, they had told Adventures with Purpose that they didn't really need to go over it because it had been cleared. She is in the back of the vehicle, diver Nick Rinn said upon returning topside. She's not in the driver's seat. It looks suspicious to me. The vehicle's upside down. Some of one window is halfway down. One window is all the way down. Sky. Good morning, Checking Convictions. Thanks for joining me. So the team did call Kiely Rodni family first, and then they called the authorities. I know that there's been some different things being said about that, but in the video that AWP put out, you could clearly see Doug talking to somebody, and then further along in the video, you do see Doug talking with the grandpa and the dad. So Rodney's father was last seen on video asking how official searchers could possibly have missed the vehicle after 19,000 man-hours. Good morning, Arctic. The father seemed shocked to learn that his daughter's remains were in the back of the SUV and not in the driver's seat. The video later shows the recovery of the vehicle. A winch was used for those efforts. Yeah. They were able to cover the complete top. Good morning, Georgia. They were able to get that tarp over the top of that vehicle, and it seemed to cover basically anything that would have been open, which is, that's good. Adventures with Purpose found Kiely's SUV on August 21st. Formal identification of her remains occurred the next day after LE authorities said on August 22nd that they believed the remains were of Kiely Rodni. But the unofficial investigation, however, did not end there, as we know. Earlier in the recording, Adventures with Purpose showed an on-camera interview with a man identified only as Nick. He told the search team that he worked for a roadside assistance company. He claimed that he encountered a female he believes was Kiely Rodni during a bizarre call-out for an alleged dead battery at Boca Lake. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Was that Kiely's vehicle? Was that Kiely there? Was she actually alive at that time? The reason I'm kind of questioning it a little more than I would is I'm thinking if they had cleared it, that it was absolutely not Kiely's vehicle, wouldn't they have released something saying so? I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of asking. You think it was as well? Yeah, I'm truly starting to lean that way. At first, I didn't even give it second thought. And now I have to say, I'm truly starting to think maybe along foul play. They also found her vehicle, which I found was interesting. Her wheels were cranked to the left. So I'm finding that kind of strange too, unless, looking at it from the other side, she was driving and just all of a sudden realized that she was in water and tried to crank it to get out of there. I don't know. So Nick, who was the roadside assistant employee, told Adventures with Purpose the true issue was the vehicle wasn't a dead battery. It was the vehicle's gear shift was in neutral, that he indicated interfered with the driver's ability to start the car. It was an easy fix, and he said that the interaction left him baffled. So I don't know. That to me would mean that I don't know how to hear this, guys. Sorry, I'm looking at it. Um, it wasn't intentional because she called her mom or texted her mom and said, "I'm leaving soon." I agree. There we go. I agree. Checking conviction. It's just not. Something feels really, really off. He said that the girl he believes was Kiely Rodni asked him weird questions about how to attach her seatbelt correctly and he connected to her actual belt. I didn't hear that part. Oh my word. Nick indicated the girl was wearing a light gray sweatshirt. He also said that the guy was a thin build with brown hair, slightly protruding beyond the edges of a black San Francisco baseball cap. That hat was facing forward, and the guy was wearing a white bro tank top with acne or freckles on both sides of his face. Nick described the individual in question as slightly shorter than him, and Nick said that he is about 6'3". So, okay, I'm curious about this too. A lot of people are saying that reminds them of Jagger. I don't. I don't think that sounds like Jagger at all. He has, he would have lots of hair protruding, and he does not have acne or freckles. He's got a couple scattered moles, but not something that would, in my mind, be considered either freckles or, yeah, freckles, bad. He has nothing on, I don't know, so much. So much. The roadside assistant employee said the female who he believes was Kiely Rodni indicated that her phone was dead. She was believed to have used the other individual's phone to call for help. The roadside assistant employee said he attempted to reach her but could not while he was en route to the scene. Nick also seemed to suggest that the vehicle he was called to rescue was Rodni's SUV. Oh my goodness. I don't know. For that family, I don't want to think this was foul play. Okay, yeah. He described both individuals as being in a state of unease. So if this was somebody else, that would explain the unease. But again, if that was Kiely's vehicle and these two people were in it and it wasn't working, wouldn't they just like leave, take off, abandon the vehicle and go? Again, I don't know. So many things are not answered. Okay. So he described both individuals as being in a state of unease during the interaction, which he said occurred somewhere in the 11 a.m. to noon time frame on Saturday, August 6th or Sunday, August 7th. The on-camera interview suggested Nick was trying to recall details from memory. He said he was in the area answering service calls on both days, and that he did not have or could not disclose company records that would pinpoint the date and time of call. So that has got to be with law enforcement by this time. So they know, I'm thinking, if that was Kiely's vehicle, if that was Kiely and someone else. Do you think that was Kiely and somebody else? Or do you think that guys and Kiely was in the back? Oh, beautiful girl, and so talented. Could she ever sing? So the timeline aside, the interactions Nick says he observed left him puzzled. Either they had a crazy night or a crazy day, Nick said about the two. He said that the both appeared to be having a rough day, or were distressed, or were possibly hungover. Nick said the girl he believed was Rodni tried to distance herself physically from the male. For instance, Nick said the girl would move from one side of the car to the other. His time at the scene as if to create space between herself and that was with. Oh, click, click, click. I think you're right. I don't think we're too far off. We should be getting all the toxicology back. We should be getting information about whether or not she had water in her lungs. We should hopefully learn a lot. And if they're able to arrest somebody, maybe we'll start to get some more answers there as well. I agree, Arctic. The whole case is nuts, but definitely leans towards foul play after the AWP video. I agree with you. So, do you think that eliminates Sammy, or or her friend? What was her name? Is it Kate, the one that looks so much to her, or looks so much like her? I don't know. Nick also told. Let's see here. Nick also told Adventures with Purpose that oh my goodness. Nick also told Adventures with Purpose that his roadside assistance service vehicle contained a front-facing and rear-facing cameras and microphones that could be captured during the interaction. He said he makes a habit to aim his vehicle at the interactions, and it would be recorded basically for his own safety. He said formal records would be in basically his employer's custody, and hopefully in Ellie's custody. So Nick left the scene before the girl and male left, he told AWP. And I think that's fairly normal. I don't think once they see that the vehicle's running that they stick around. So Nick said he came to realize he encountered Kiely Rodni when he later saw a missing containing her image at that coffee shop. He also indicated that he had spoken with several detectives, so that's good. That's good. The search was near Truckee, California, Truckee 35 minutes southwest of Reno, Nevada, and sits along Interstate 80. Let me see if there's anything else here we need to know. So hundreds of people were said to be at that party. I'm now hearing up to 400. I don't know if that's the case, but that's what's starting to go around. This is an ongoing investigation. No other information is available at this time, said the Nevada County Sheriff's Office in their most recent update. Let me see here. I'll see this here fast. We won't go there. So this is a little bit later, but it does give a bit of a time and the original story. So the local authorities claimed that human remains discovered in a submerged vehicle on Sunday more than likely belonged to Kiely Rodni, the missing 16-year-old who was last seen at that party. Let's see here where the contradiction is. Moon did not name Rodni, said remains were believed to be the missing teen. The vehicle located within the search zone, and we have been searching since the very... Yeah, that's it. How did they not see any of... I don't get it. Every single time I see that, nothing's making it clear in my brain as to why they didn't find her. It's ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Last week, Placer County Sheriff's Office spokesman Angela Musalam said approximately 200 to 300 young adults. The case was first being handled as a possible abduction, and Rodni's family released a public statement thanking friends and family, law enforcement, and media, as well as the global community, for the love and support you have shown us in the last couple of weeks. We have weathered a storm of unfathomable force, and it is purely thanks to the army of warriors, matriarchs, healers, and helpers holding us up that we continue to stand today, the statement reads. Mr. Rogers famously told a story looking for the helpers. Did you guys get Mr. Rogers? Did you guys used to get him? I'm not sure what Justin did, Arctic Fox. I'm not sure what that's about. That's just as I'm kind of reading chat here. It's the first time the names come up to me. So the GoFundMe was started by, it says Rodni's family, but at the beginning they were also saying that it was friends that started this. So the page is still accepting donations, and over 61,000 of the 150,000. Okay, that's old, so I'm not going to say that that's still going on. So this here is the back of a Honda CR-V, and I didn't realize that it actually had a shelf here. Like, well, I don't know what a divider, I guess. So you can put things down here in the bottom as well. So I'd be curious to know if that was down or not. And okay, that would be if the other part was also up or down, however they do it. This is from the Kiely Rodni California Missing Search update and discussion page. It's very worth joining. They do cover, as we see, other cases or are highlighting other cases. Yeah, this is another one, right? Wow. Are you serious, Arctic? What the hell? Oh, that guy's disgusting. Are you kidding me? Yeah, no. Okay, a celebration of life has been scheduled for Kiely Rodni, who was found last month in Prosser Reservoir after going missing. Organizers of Find Kiely Rodni said the community will come together to celebrate Kiely's life on September 10th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. This event will be held at the Truckee Regional Park Amphitheater. So, and then it goes into the story of what happened with Kiely. Yeah. So there's also, I got last night, I was watching, is it called Evil Exists? And he ended up with getting a timeline from her friend Elsa, which is a little bit, it's, well, quite a bit more accurate. And I just have notes, so I'll go through them and see what you guys kind of think. So I'm just curious, do you guys think that Sammy or Nick were the ones at Bogota Reservoir? I am curious. And I'm going to have to look a little bit further into the two guys with the same name. Are they both Nicks? That one that was arrested and charged with the fentanyl, and then I hope they're not throwing the tow truck driver in there. So yeah, could that have been Sammy's Nick? I heard that Sammy dated this guy, not Kiely. So again, that's not confirmed. That's just what people are saying. Okay, so this timeline, 1203 was last location that the mom was able to see. 1220, all the lights were taken down and out of the trees. The generator that was used for the party was taken home. 1225, last time Sammy sees Kiely. I was leaving and I gave her a hug, telling her I loved her and goodbye, and for her to get home safe or just be safe. 1230, Snapchat shares a ping in the same location at the campground. So it's Snapchat. Campers David and Jennifer, I think it's spelled Nepove, witnessed a large group of people leaving that party. Still at 1230. Still at 1230, Kiely falls into a hole next to where Elsa and her friend are talking. They helped her up and asked her if she was okay. She said yes. Elsa's friend asked if Kiely needed a ride home because he was taking Elsa home and had space in his car. Kiely said she had a ride and walked alone towards where the cars were parked. No headlights or anything else from that direction for the remainder of Elsa's time at that campground. That was the last time that Elsa seen Kiely. 1233 now. This is when Kylie's phone is turned off. 1236, Sammy says she receives a call from Kiely asking if Sammy needs a ride home. Sammy is with someone else in a different car at this time, almost at 89 with my ride on my way home is what she said. So I'm really confused. Yeah, the Nick thing, right? Checking convictions. And I'm really confused as to how Sammy got this call. It made no sense in my brain, no sense. And another thing that was brought up is basically after this all happened, Sammy tried to, I don't know if you want to control the situation, but she was trying to put herself into that. And after that, she went like ghosted, right? She just ghosted. I'm hearing that she's in Montana now. And she's just gone. She's the only one out of the group that has pieced right out. No one clearly knows exactly where she is. So why, when they found Kiely, did Sammy piece out? To me, I don't know. A little sus. Sammy states, when she called me, she was not in her car. I could hear the party and people, many people, talking in the background. At that time, two high school juniors, started yelling at each other and were about to fight, but they didn't. The other way out, there was two ways out, it sounds like, to this campground. And one of them was blocked off. The main road out was blocked by his vehicle, and he started to play loud music. No one could have left through that main way after that. They had to go out that side way. So there is a video out there, I don't think I've seen it, where boys are screaming and standing around. Another thing, the pictures of those girls in a car where, they're kind of blanked out. It says here, and I actually heard the one girl say, "I'm the blonde girl in that picture," or in that picture. They're saying this was another party, and the girls did come forward. The party was on August 5th, 10:30 to 11:30 at night, and in Reno. She doesn't know Kiely. Picture was not of Kiely, and I guess this girl did a call-in on Chronicles of Olivia. So I just heard a soundbite, and yeah, it doesn't sound like those pictures are even the right party. Okay, so at 12:50, okay, is that where we're at? Yeah, 12:50, Elsa begins to walk to her friend's car, all the way back to the paved area. That's where that Y intersection is. So left will take you out, right takes you to the water. Elsa turned left. Did Kiely turn right? Don't know. Hi, Sluggish Sleuth. Welcome. Nice to see you. 1 a.m. Elsa pulls away from the party. So the questions would be, was someone waiting in the parking area? Could she have been taken to Boca? I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? That's a little bit more updated. So, like I said, this came from Evil Exists, and he did say that what he was able to find definitely correlates with Elsa's timeline. It all worked. So I guess now it's going to be the waiting game and see what actually starts to come out from law enforcement, or I don't know. But with that said, every day there's just a little bit more. I don't know. Yeah, how that seems strange to me in 2 minutes after the phone was dead. Lawyer and PI parents got her the hell out of there. I don't know. And I'm just going to make notes now. I need to find out more about this Nick. See if I can find anything, because there's something going on there, in my opinion. Like, someone was also telling me there's that one interview in Nevada with Kate and of Jagger. Someone said Nick was in the background, and in one of these videos, you actually see him for about 2 seconds. So this is the Nick, I do believe, that is now in jail for feeding that fentanyl to a kid. I've got all the information on him. Well, not all. I've got lots of information on him, so I think I'm going to have to probably put my sleuth hat on and see what's going on with all of this. Well, hello, Darkness Exposed. Do you, here. Ha, got you now. I don't know. Something sus about Nick. Is this going to work? I don't think so. I'm trying to get you the link. Duh. Let's try this again. So yeah, there's lots that is really suspicious about Jagger, not Jagger, of Nick. Is this gonna work for you? So yeah, those are the questions we have right now. Basically, is who the hell were these people? And like I was saying, it does seem that that particular Nick might be the same Nick as Nick, the fentanyl guy. And like I said, I'm hearing that he dated Sammy, which I could see a little better. I can't see for 2 seconds Kylie dating someone that's involved in that kind of stuff. She had her head way, way, way too together. I mean, maybe some of her friends, she didn't seem overly judgmental. Yeah, Nate C. You betcha. You betcha. What do you think about that? Yeah, take the link, Darkness Exposed. Grab it, grab it. Come chit chat. So, yeah, Nate C. So, if he's actually seen in one of those clips where he is behind Jagger and her friend Kate, if that same Nick is the one that killed that other girl with the fentanyl, oh boy, things are looking a little sketchy. I'm not sure. Let's see if I can find anything. Well, there we go.
Hello, hello.
Hello, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime, of course.
I'm on my cell phone, so I can't share. Can't
That's
do
okay.
much, but yeah, we're having issues with our Wi-Fi right now.
Oh no.
Yeah, I have to
No.
exchange the modem. So hubby's doing that right now.
He's quite handy, that hubby of yours.
He is very handy.
You need to send him to Canada for a day or two.
Huh,
Set
you can
my
have
thing.
him.
You're funny. So I read through. Elsa gave a good timeline, and I just finished going through that. Did I lose you? Did I lose you?
I'm back.
Hi, hello.
Hello.
So I just read a timeline from Elsa. Evil Exists.
Oh, okay.
Had it on last night,
Okay.
and they've got her like literally falling down. Elsa says she literally Kylie fell down into kind of like a little hole in the ground and couldn't get back up.
Yes, that's originally
Uh-huh.
Nicole Sleuthy Goosey.
Okay.
That's her timeline. So
Okay.
you know, there was a channel that had her on to explain what that was, but I can't remember what channel that was.
Okay.
But that looks like a very, very, it's the most detailed timeline I've seen.
And it explains everything. Like,
yeah,
the only thing that it doesn't explain in my mind is how Kylie ended up there.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
what are you thinking? Was that her vehicle, at least at Boca?
I don't know. I don't know.
There's more people saying that they seen her out there. I don't know if it's true or not, but
I've been so nose deep in Liza, I haven't really paid much attention to the Kiely coverage. I need to get caught back up.
Isn't that something though? Like literally we lose track. We spend time kind of working, and all these cases are so fluid, we end up
Oh yeah,
missing, right?
yeah. And
It's
it's such it's such a rapidly developing on Eliza. It's such a rapidly developing story.
yeah.
And now it's gonna. I have a sinking suspicion that it's gonna start slowing down. And I hope not.
Do you think the husband in that case?
I'm gonna refrain from casting judgment on the husband right now because
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm honestly wondering is this family because there's a link to another individual with the same last name of Abston that was arrested in the case where the baby was abducted from Target with the vehicle.
Oh my goodness.
And
Yeah.
so there's a connection there. And then there's a connection to the family with the suspect's first victim. And so, yeah, it's crazy. He's not the smartest criminal, I'll tell you that.
No, absolutely
So
not. Looks like she
it's
put up a
just,
hell of a fight.
yes,
Yep.
looks like she put up one hell of a fight. I've read that she was an absolute badass. Is an absolute badass. I'm not
Mhm.
going to do past tense.
Nope.
We're gonna
Yep.
positivity.
Exactly.
Yes, we can foresee probably what this case is going to turn into, but we will always hold out hope.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, that's right. And we these cases, we end up caring about these people.
Oh yeah,
They right? And it's not just it's just not coverage. We
yeah,
literally start to care about these people. And if they're found in some sort of way, it hurts, you know.
yeah,
It hurts
definitely,
for that family, you know.
yeah.
It's yeah. Yeah. So do you think we'll start getting answers on Kylie?
I hope so.
Mhm.
You know, the autopsy, I'm sure, was done, and
Mhm.
it is it's unusual. Well, I wouldn't say if it's unusual because maybe of the level of um, how what type of condition um, Kylie's body was in.
Mhm. Well, it
Um,
sounds
because
like she
water is not friendly to the
it,
death, unfortunately.
well, unless it's cold water. If it's cold
True.
water, it is actually one of the best preservers. It
Yeah,
just
that's true.
has to be cold water. And I live in the mountains, and that water's cold.
Yeah.
And when they pull somebody out, mind you, it's usually a lot sooner than 2 weeks, but they're usually fairly intact. And if you get into some of our hotter spots, it's like you're walking into, like, I don't know, a hot tub. So out
Yeah.
there in some of those lakes, it doesn't take long, you know.
Yeah. I hope that I'm sure that law enforcement is, being that this did advance to such an intensive investigation, I'm
Mhm.
sure it's going to take time, you know, and there's still part of me that um, wants to believe accident. And so I'll just,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll
I,
probably get very limited information. I agree.
yeah.
Arctic, especially
Yeah.
with her being a minor.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. I just, for her family's sake, I
Yeah.
hope it would,
If anything, I think we'll get manner of death. I don't think we'll get cause. I don't think we'll get cause of death. We might.
Yeah.
But, you
Look
know,
at
there's,
this guy on the screen, this cop.
yeah,
Could he get much redder? He
I
can.
know.
He actually can.
Yeah.
And I do believe, what do you think? This has kind of been an issue.
Yeah.
You know, I can't figure out how they missed her.
I know.
Mm-mm.
I know.
Did you see SF investigates his drone footage before AWP?
No, because I wasn't really following that too closely. I think I saw
Right.
it, but I
Mhm.
scrolled right by it.
You can see her car.
Yeah.
You can literally see her car. So phew, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's not making a lot of sense to me. And Sammy is still sketchy in my mind. What do you think? Did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
Oh, there
I'm
we
here.
go. There we go.
I definitely don't want to cast judgment on any of
Mhm.
the kids or really anybody at this stage in the game until we find out more of what's, going on
Mhm.
the law enforcement end.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. She makes my spidey senses tingle. That's all I can say about that. I can't say guilty, innocent, anything along those lines, but she does make my spidey senses tingle. But she's the only one out of all of these people, you know.
Yeah.
Like you said, person doesn't really want to cast judgment on the cops, you know. Hopefully it's a learning lesson, you know. Maybe
Hmm.
they'll upgrade some equipment, maybe for everybody, not just this particular area, you know,
Yeah.
just for everybody.
And Mystery Christie, yeah, it could be high blood pressure. It could be a niacin, that he took. There's many reasons for why he would be flushed. Um,
I just thought he was embarrassed. That's kind of what I thought. That's kind of what I thought.
yeah,
But just my opinion does not mean that is the case. But the redder he got, it was just like, oh, buddy,
yeah,
you know, oh, buddy. I'm sure he didn't want to be up there for whatever reason. You know what I mean?
oh,
Because,
sure.
yeah,
I
there
mean,
was
they never want to, nobody ever wants to have to report on a missing child,
nope,
and
no, no. This made me ill. This case made me ill when they found her.
yeah,
Oh, I was a troubled teen. She was a good teen. I was a troubled teen. I
hmm,
didn't have I didn't have a family. I I was basically left on my own. And when that happens at a really young age, I was 13 and I was kicked out fighting over a pizza, but with my younger brother, I lost. But I was at a lot of these bush parties in Canada where there was 300 people. None of Nothing like this happened. We did have lots of accidents, don't get me wrong, but not somebody that went missing for this amount of time. It it made me feel a little bit nauseous thinking, "Oh, you poor baby." And it's the good ones, you know. So that's kind of an idea. Can you see that? Did I lose you? Oh, there we go. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay. Okay, she had to pop out. So, I don't know. What do you think? That's the vehicle. I don't know. I don't know. I agree with you 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's kind of what if you didn't live in the city, if you were living in a small town, that's what we did. We went down to like out in the middle of the hills, or in other towns, we would go hide out by a river or something where nobody would pop in, cops to take our beer away. Yeah. So, I mean, she is 100% right. I mean, we don't want to cast any kind of judgment, but I have to say a lot of these things really make me curious. So I'm not going to play this, but Annie Elise, she has been putting out some great content. You know what? I can't eliminate that in my mind right now. So many things I thought I could eliminate are kind of now thrown back on the table. Yeah, the car, exactly. I don't know. I don't know. Very well could be. But then you got that SF Investigates, his drone footage before law enforcement started. Well, I don't know if they had searched or were in the process of searching. I don't know what was going on, but you could see the car very clearly. Oh, that could be, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. I find it sad that Kylie didn't take that friend of hers, Elsa, and her friend up on that ride. Yeah, all possibilities are back on the table again. They really are. And like I said, I'm not picking on law enforcement, not that place specifically, anyways, but I'm finding in a lot of these cases that there's a lot of mistakes being made. So I don't know. Maybe they just need different training. I'm not saying that these are bad cops. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying it seems to me that there's a lot of mistakes being made all over the place. It doesn't matter what case you look at. Julissa Fuentes right now, I mean, her mother is having problems. So I guess, I mean, oh, yeah, everything is back on the table. Beautiful little girl. Hope she rests in peace. So with that, I think I'm going to pop off. And oh, look at this timing. One of my favorite numbers. Sorry, distraction. I'm going to pop off for now. I just finished doing Griselda Blanco on my other channel. And if you haven't seen that, she's an interesting lady, very much so. And I did get a request from somebody to work another one. So I'm going to be researching Kylie a little bit more, and then I will be probably jumping into this case out of Barcelona on my other channel. So thank you very much, everybody, for being here with me. Slow and steady. I'm learning this program. I think it's a little bit better than my first, right? Missing in Georgia. I was kicking myself out of the lives, and oh my word. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate you more than you know. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.